I don't care. I don't
Okay.
care if he's not working. I mean, I'm
All
I'm
right.
gonna be honest. I don't care if he's not working. Let me
Okay.
tell you why I don't care if he's not working.
Okay.
Are you gonna live in a one bed? What do you live in right now?
Right now, 3 bedroom home.
So can you occupy? I know you're a big girl, but you can't occupy all three of them rooms. So what's going on with the what's driving black women crazy these days?
Not having a black father in the household.
Okay, why do you think that is?
um, I grew up with my mother's single parent home, 4 children.
Mm-hmm.
She instilled in her daughters,
How
you
many how
don't
many
need a
how many
man.
fathers?
3.
Okay, so she instilled in how many children? How many daughters does she have?
2.
So she instilled in her daughters, you don't need a man. What is she instilling in her boys?
My brother still to this day, he's 37, feels like he should take care of the family.
Right. So why are there no black father? Why was there no black father in your household?
My father was murdered.
Okay.
My brother, who's older than my sister and I, his father was in jail. And the same thing for my younger brother. His father went to jail as well.
Okay. 3 out of the 4 men that your mother had children with went to jail.
2 out of
Two
the
out of the three,
three.
and one was murdered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in general, why are black fathers not in the household?
Um, I would have to say that black women don't give them the chance. If you don't do what they say or you don't agree with them, they pretty much cut you out. That's what I take from it.
Who are you
I'm
referring to? Black men or black women?
black women.
Okay.
Black women.
Okay.
I've seen it time and time and time again with my family members.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean you hear it on this channel. You hear it on this
Mm-hmm.
channel. Of 26% of black women are married, file 80% of the divorces in black community, and every black woman I've asked, that you get one of 3 excuses, one of 3 reasons: abuse, infidelity, or income.
Mm-hmm.
But you never hear somebody them saying I was a horrible wife. And then inevitably, when I started speaking to the women, it turns out that the husbands that they walked away from seemed just like any other guy. But yet,
Mm-hmm.
I think you have on to something. Black women don't give black men any chance. It's
Mm-mm.
just one or
Not at all.
done. So, and you're old. And you how old?
I'm 35.
Um, how's that affected your love life?
I'm single, no children, never been married. My longest relationship was a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Probably like a year ago. I date guys that's older than myself, in between 45 to 55. That's my sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people may not agree, but that's what I like.
No, you should date older than that.
Um,
But with your family history, have you had therapy or counseling?
I have had some.
Okay. I mean, that's a traumatic. I mean, 2 fathers murdered. I mean, you're murdered and 2 in jail. I mean, that I would say you need to know why your family life was that chaotic.
What was my mother's choices? I mean, that's
Right.
why.
But what I'm saying is
I
to know the impact it had on you. Case in point, have you sat down with a counselor for any real length of time?
I have. Hmm.
What how long?
I was seeing her maybe about 6 months, every 2 weeks.
Okay, 6 months. And how long ago was that?
That was probably about right before COVID.
And was so you started so you saw a counselor in your
Hmm.
30s.
Hmm.
All right. So any acceptance, abandonment, approval issues?
Yes, all of that. The first question she asked me was, what do I like to do for fun?
Mm-hmm.
And I told her eating, reading, and she was like, I can already tell you right there, you're an emotional eater,
Mm-hmm.
and you like to spend time alone.
Yeah.
You like to isolate.
Oh.
Just based off of those two questions.
So how tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
You know what's coming next.
I'm 157. I recently lost, a lot of weight
What's
since
a
being
lot
in
of weight?
counseling. Around 30 pounds. Yeah, I was overweight at
So you're
first.
still close to 190. So
No, I'm 157.
yeah, but you were close to 190 before the
Oh
weight.
yeah. I
Oh,
was really close to it,
yeah,
pushing it.
close to 200 pounds. So my thing is, okay, if mom had a chaotic, dysfunctional way of picking men,
Mm-hmm.
you're 35. I mean, you're
Mm-hmm.
outside of the danger zone. You're on the other side. No man's land.
I smashed the wall.
No, you smashed the wall 5 years ago. You're in no man's land right now. It's to the point to where, do you have the skills, the relationship skills, to have a long-term relationship with any man?
I think so. I won't say that I know everything, but I'm learning.
But see, the thing is, you don't do. Okay, I got to challenge you a little bit on that, because you said your longest relationship was a year and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and that was recently.
Mm-hmm.
That means your entire life you've had short-term relationships, if any.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have this, then you can't say with confidence you have long-term skills. The only way to say that with confidence is to have done it.
True.
What you're trying to speak is, you're trying to speak optimistically, and that means this is what basically you're saying. All right, Kevin, I did 6 months counseling, and I know I came from a chaotic upbringing,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm willing to find Roger, date Roger, and then practice on him. Rather to do the work up front to make sure that Roger and I could have a longer interaction, or determining whether or not I should even deal with Roger. This is why therapy and counseling is so good. It's not just short term. It should continue to go on, because when you have most of your life you have lived a life of no relationships with men. So the likelihood of having a man in your life is really slim. Has anyone ever kind of framed it that way?
Yes,
All right. Who did? Who framed it that way?
my brother.
And does he ever? And what is he doing?
He's not married. He's 37, no kids. We pretty much have the same life as far as like dating. He dates more than I do though.
But why isn't he? What's he doing with his career and his work history?
Oh, he has a great career. He's
Yeah.
a senior project manager.
Cool. So what does he wanna? Does he want anything serious? Does he want his own family?
He does, but again, like our upbringing, he needs to go to therapy.
See, when you have a chaotic upbringing like you and your brothers, fear and scarcity tend to be your motivating factors.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing positive comes from fear and scarcity as a motivation. I.e., your brother, he can have a great job as a project manager, which means he can have the financial resources to maintain a family, but he probably fears going to get a woman and trying to make it work, because he fears that he doesn't have the skills to make it work. And then he'll invest that time, energy, and then if it breaks apart, he'll have to deal with the heartbreak. Jesus forbid, if there's a marriage and kids, then there has to be a weekend that, see, the fear. And this is what we do. The longer we stay away from people and having a real relationship with folks, the
Mm-hmm.
more it becomes this. That's why I'm saying, if that's what you want, therapy and developing those relationship skills. Because it's not so. See, another thing. Sadly, too many of Black women just think you can just decide you can be in a relationship just because you want to. That's not true.
Oh no, I don't think that at all. I don't think that at all.
I'm just saying. I'm saying. If you listen to my channel, you heard women talk about they've been away for 20 years.
Yeah,
and they're like,
yeah.
now I'm ready. I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah. I don't feel like right now that I'm ready to date. I still want to, continue my therapy once, my physician's books open back up, but my therapist's books open back up, but
She's not doing
I'm not
virtual
ready
sessions?
to date at this point. She is, but she's overbooked.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I would say virtual sessions, group sessions, and don't stop dating. You need to practice. You need to practice.
Okay.
I mean, you need to practice.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have time. I mean, 35, you don't have time to waste. You need to practice. It was just like I was talking to that woman the other day, who was 43 years old, and she ain't had a date since her 20s. You need to practice. This is like being on a bike. Tia, unmute yourself. Thanks for calling in, Lulu. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tia, unmute yourself. Yeah, relationships require practice. Require work. Tia.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good. What is driving Black women crazy these days?
Well, I'm going to say a couple of things. I will say not having a father in the home. I will also say characteristics of the women of the baby boomer generation and the feminist movement and how that influenced their lives. And also, a lot of women, young girls, young women have not been taught how to date, have not been taught how to choose a good partner when, while they're in college, that age of what did you say, like
You should be married by 23.
Right. Yeah, I will admit myself. Okay, so I'm 46.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was 23, I was not thinking about a husband.
You're how old? 46?
I'm 46 right now.
Okay, you say you weren't thinking about a husband?
At 23.
Of course not. You were taught not to.
Right. I was taught, I had, yes, I think I was a year out of college. I started working in my field, and I was traveling. I was, living my best life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I felt the wall hitting me very early, like around 27. I just looked up one day and I realized most of my friends are married, and most of my friends had children or are expecting children.
Mm-hmm. So did you ever get married?
Yes, I did get married.
Okay.
But I'm in the process of a divorce.
Okay.
And that was, it's been 17 years.
Okay. Why are you guys splitting?
Well, I'm not going to lie. I will hold them to accountability. I didn't choose the right person.
Okay.
And it eventually became abusive.
Physically abusive or verbally abusive?
Physical, verbal, yes.
To the point to where cops are called and somebody's going to jail?
No, not jail. But there was it was too much arguing, too much stress.
Any children?
No children. I had some medical issues.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, the chances of I would say counseling does wonders.
I have been counseling.
Couples counseling, because
we did that twice.
Hold on. Well, and I'm gonna tell you, you might want to think about a third time, because let me tell you out here, I'm gonna just be honest. You're 5 years younger than me. How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Dress size?
I'm going to tell you, I'm be honest. I am severely obese, and I'm working on that. And
then you got nothing coming out here except death by yourself.
Yes, I know.
So I got to tell you, if you got a husband, you better try to figure out how to live with that man. You better y'all need to figure out how y'all don't need to kill each other. I'm serious. I'm gonna be dead.
I know you are.
I'm gonna be dead. I'm not gonna look at the chat. Listen to what I'm saying. Look, women in previous generations could not just divorce this casually, and then who if you're really obese, okay, how much do you weigh?
Right now, I am over 300 pounds.
All right, and how tall?
5'8".
All right, anything, a fall you could be incapacitated. Do you make the kind of money to have a home health care nurse?
No, I don't.
24/7? No. The medical issues that come along with being morbidly obese, diabetes.
I already have them.
Okay, then you, ma'am, you cannot afford. Listen, one thing that tends to happen on this channel, guys, a lot is when I talk to older women, they tend to laugh at inappropriate times. That's a tell. I'm talking to the channel, ma'am. You can't afford to live by yourself. That's just the bottom line truth. You have no children. You cannot afford to live by yourself at that weight with your issues. Move into separate rooms, become roommates, do the Will and Jada. But if you think divorce is going to do what? You're going to just have to pay all the bills in that space by yourself.
So, Kevin, may I say something?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Nicole B, you need to connect your microphone. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me explain what's going on right now. I was the one that left.
Mm-hmm.
And when I left, it was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I left because it was a huge blow up, which if I did not leave, I felt that it could have been a serious physical altercation. And before I left, I was not in the 300 range. I was a vegan. I was working out. I was in counseling. I was doing a lot of things. And when I moved back down south, years ago, I began living with my mother and grandmother because my grandmother recently died in November.
Okay, sorry to hear that, but I got 3 more people. I need you to get to the point.
She was 99, but anyway, getting to my point. I've recently gained 40 pounds in the past 2 years. That's what's going
40?
on. I've gained 40 pounds within the past 2 years.
Okay, man, but you were still that means you were 260 before you left.
Right.
Okay,
that's exactly right.
Ma'am, that's not a small woman, so I don't understand what.
No, it's not. It's not small.
So the point of telling me that story was what? You gained more weight?
I've gained more weight since moving back because I became an emotional eater.
All right, but the point of telling me that was, what impact would that have on you living like roommates with your husband?
Right. Honestly, if I went back to my husband, I know I would lose weight because we worked out together.
You sound crazy.
I don't want to sound.
You sound crazy because you just said if I went back to my husband, you would lose weight, which is a healthy thing.
I would.
Well, then,
it is
but
a healthy
but
thing.
listen, that's crazy. Then divorcing him is crazy because there's benefit.
Okay.
You have benefit of having a man there who's already dealt with you for going on 20 years. You're not going to find another one at 300 pounds. That's it. I need to stress that. And you're at the age to where you could die from heart attack, stroke, all these things. You need somebody around you. And you're saying, if I went back to my husband, I will lose weight because we worked out together. Sounds like upside. See, check the ego.
Mm-hmm.
Make a practical decision. I don't want to hear about romance. I don't want to hear about any of that. I need to hear about your hospice care plan. I need to hear about your in case of emergency. I need to hear about your medical coverage. I need to hear about your deductible. I need to hear about your job. I need to hear about your benefits. For a morbidly obese, nearly 50-year-old woman, you have serious health issues on the horizon. I need to know how you're going to take care of those and pay for those with no children and no family. Before you talk about divorcing somebody. That's what I need. That's what I need grown women like yourself to be talking about.
Okay.
That's what you need to be talking about before you talk about divorce.
So I understand that, and right now the only plan I don't have is the hospice plan. I do have the in case of
Right.
emergency.
Okay. And how much? Are you rich?
I'm not rich.
Are you making over? Do you over 6 figures a year?
No, I'm not making over 6 figures a
Do
year.
you have your retirement for 30? Do you have retirement, or you just working paycheck to paycheck like most Americans?
I do have retirement.
Okay. How much would you be making in retirement?
I'm currently working right now,
Would
and
I
I
mean? Could you? I mean,
still
would you be making? Are you going to be living on pauper's wages, or can you really afford to live?
I could afford to live.
Okay, let's talk.
Okay,
How much would you be making on retirement on a monthly basis?
$3,700 a month.
That's broke.
Okay,
That's broke,
okay,
ma'am. That's not even $50,000 a year and morbidly obese. That's broke.
okay.
Okay, okay. There's no need to get defensive. What I need
No,
you to
I'm
what I
not.
need you to understand is you're in no financial position to be by yourself.
Oh,
You would do better staying with your husband and living as a roommate. But you know
so
what?
may I?
But you know
May I
what?
add?
I'm just
Okay.
saying, ma'am, you're 300 pounds, ma'am, and you already got health complications. This is a practical decision. I'm not asking you to go back and be in love with this man. I'm saying you fall down and can't get to something. Something happens. Have you ever sustained an injury, a broken bone, anything?
I have sustained an injury back in 2016.
What kind of injury? Nicole, you're next.
I slipped on black ice and tore my meniscus and ACL.
All right then. Well, a divorce sounds like
I don't.
a
So
very
may I?
a very irresponsible thing. Unless he just doesn't want you back and doesn't want to talk to you, doesn't want to deal with you, and just hate your guts. Uh,
It's
Y'all need to have a conversation.
okay. May I also add something to that?
Go ahead. Go ahead. And I need to get to
Okay,
Nicole.
so this is another reason why I left. He was not working. He has not worked in 9
Hold
years,
on,
and he
Nicole.
has
Let me
three.
mute you. Nicole. Give me 3 minutes. I don't care if he ain't working. I don't care. I don't
Okay,
care if he's not working. I mean, I'm
all
I'm
right.
gonna be honest. I don't care if he's not working. Let
Okay,
me tell you why I don't care if he's not working.
okay.
Are you gonna live in a one bed? What do you live in right now?
Right now, 3-bedroom home.
So can you occupy? I know you're a big girl, but you can't occupy all three of them rooms.
I sure can.
Then what the French toast is the difference?
The
Practically.
difference.
Yeah, what's the difference? He's not working. He's in one of those rooms, and you got your husband in your house, and y'all have an arrangement.
Okay.
You're paying the same bills, same mortgage, same utilities. See, this is what marriage really comes down to. What Will and Jada really did for the black community was great because they showed what it takes to really forget the fairy tale love and emotions. This shit is
Mm-hmm.
ugly and we ain't separating. Bad marriage for life. Well, guess what? You got a bad marriage for life. If he ain't working,
Okay.
that's what you married, man. Stop making excuses as to why you want to divorce him and go die by yourself. Because, ma'am, you are 300 pounds. You ain't talking like you just like with a. I don't. Do you realize that people are dying in their places by themselves and being discovered weeks later by the coroner in around this world? In Japan, it's rampant because people our age are not supposed to be uncoupled. We're supposed to be coupled so our kids can come check on us, our extended family. You're in your
I,
apartment. You have a heart attack in your apartment. You can't get to your phone. What happens? You die. How long you gonna be dead before somebody checks on you?
Honestly, a day.
Huh?
The plan that I have in place and the family and friends that I communicate with, it would be a day.
A day. A
Honestly,
day. A day. So you mean to tell me
okay.
right now that in a corona situation, if you don't talk to somebody in 24 hours, what do they do?
They call and check on me,
Okay,
and I
they
have
call and
my
check on
bet.
you, and then they
Oh,
call and check on you, and they call or do they text?
they're calling,
Okay,
texting,
what do they do
and
first, man?
they are
Okay,
calling.
they call and you
However,
don't
I
answer.
do
They call and they don't answer. How long before they go to step two? How long? When what I'm
probably
asking you is how long before they really know that there's an emergency? Because most people call and give you a few hours to call back, or text and a few hours to text back. See, it's rarely somebody call at noon and they're sending the police by to do a wellness check at 3. Usually, it's going to take a while. And ma'am, you know how long it takes before the smells? Do you live in a house? You live in a
I
house?
live in a
Okay,
house.
and you have neighbors on both
Yes.
sides?
I have, yes, I
Okay,
do.
3 days. 3 days is what it typically takes before a rotting body to start smelling to where neighbors on either side will be alerted by the smell. You know what that looks like when you go into that scene? This is, and I'm saying this not to gross people out because this is what's happening to our generation because we were not coupled. In Japan, you are having, there's actually a term for this where the
Mhm.
coroners are going to find people laying on their futons who have passed, who have expired. And the net of it, ma'am, is no one is checking on you that regularly to make sure you don't die. It'll be just to collect you. What's left of you. That's no way to live. And you can do something about it. So whatever is motivating you to sit back and say, well, I'd be better off doing this at 300 pounds divorced versus 300 pounds with a roommate of a husband and a loveless marriage, but at least he'd be there. That was part of the vows. And see, let me talk to the artist. If we can't get to that level in Black America, we can't have shit. Thank you, Will and Jada, for showing what it really takes. You got to be able to forgive and keep forgiving and give over. That's what it takes to be with somebody over a long period of time. We can do it over a short period of time because we just cycle them in and out. And divorcing in your 40s and 50s is foolish. There is nothing waiting for you out here except death by yourself as a woman, especially if you have some issues. So, ma'am, I hope you think about it long and hard.
I will.
I certainly hope you do. Thank you for calling in, though.
Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on this man. I think he was just there to serve the Black community, not just Black community. I think humanitarian, crisis right now, because I would just call it what it is, man. So I think that was what he was doing, and it was great. It was fantastic knowledge, whatever you just need from a good conversation or from you just learning something about the opposite gender. Now, talking about Will and Jada's situation, I don't know anything. I mean, I just don't want to talk about it. And the fact that this lady did whatever she did to Ross May and he's still staying with that lady, I think this guy just got a thick skin, man. That's what I just can say. And there is no way I'm just going to use that as a good example. That's just from my personal opinion, right? But I think what he's just trying to let this lady understand is it's not about whether or not the situation is good or bad, but it's about just making practical decisions that is just going to benefit you at the end of the day. That is just going to be, profitable, not just profitable monetary or something like that, but just in case of something happening to you, there is going to be someone that is just going to be there for you. For the two parties. It's not for only the female, but for the man too. And for the simple fact that she came in talking like she don't know what her problem is, and you said you're over 300 something pounds, right? So that right there is a problem. So when she came into the conversation, it's almost to me like she's single, and she don't know what the hell is making her single. You're almost 50 years old, 300 and something pounds, and that should be a tell. That should be a statement to you that this is the reason why you're single. But they come in acting like they don't know what the hell is wrong with them. Now, talking about the situation, Kevin Samuels made mention of benefits, retirement benefits, and all those things that come with you being single. And instead of her to be talking about how to get back with the husband, she was trying to prove that she could do it by herself because she has people checking on her and all those things. No. This goes a long way to prove how stubborn our women are. Because he's just giving you the easiest solution to all these problems. And you're saying, no, I got people checking, relatives and families calling, checking in every day. So that is okay. Bear in mind that if you give something like this to someone as a task, at some point in their life, they are going to get fed up with whatever instruction you've given to them to be following on a daily basis. They also got life to plan, to do things and all that. So they can't just be taking care of you, and that would be almost like a job to them. No. So instead of you to be looking for your significant other or trying to stay with this person to work it out, hash it out, and all that, she was basically trying so hard to prove that she just can do without the man. And that is how most of our black women has been programmed to think. If you can do without a man, then you okay. That makes you a woman. No. She also made mention of the guy wasn't working or something. And this has also explained something to you as black men. They were told if a man cannot provide for them, then the man is useless, the man is worthless. That is the point. If not, I'm not supporting the fact that this guy is not working or something, that if that is true, but I don't support it. But I don't think black women should use you taking care of them or you having money as a tool to stay with you or as a reason to stay with you. Because if he wasn't working, but he was taking care of himself and he's still alive, so means somehow, some way, he's still able to take care of himself, and he's paying for some rent or something like that. So Kevin Samuel is simply asking, why can't you just do that together? If you are living in the same house, right, you will be paying the same rent. So that's something practical. Even if you decide to use your money to take care of yourself, at least still you have someone that will check up on you on a daily basis, that if something is wrong with you, max 10 hours, 8 hours, the person will realize that, okay, something is wrong, something is going on, and you have someone that will help you. If you are inside your room and you are screaming, and if no one is closer to you, they wouldn't even know what is going on. But if you are living in the same house with someone, if the person is screaming, you know that something is going on wrong. So your neighbors is kind of different from someone that you're sharing room with or something. So I think this lady has to look at it from the positive standpoint, not from the negative standpoint of black women always expecting black men to be making a certain amount of money to take them serious or something, because this is a practical decision that is just going to be in her best interest, but she's not trying to look at it from that standpoint. Guys, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this content, make sure you like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.